Hey guys, this is English Spotlight and I'm here on stage with Alexandra, who is one of our former students at Inkuba Academy. My name is 𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐡 and today we are here to practice our English. Hi Alexandra.
Hi madam.
How are you?
I'm fine.
So today is our first edition of the English Spotlight. How do you feel to be the first guest?
Very happy. It's a pleasure for me to be here.
You learned English at Inkuba Academy for 9 months.
Yes.
So I would like to know, Alexandra, what were the challenges you faced when learning English as second language, and how were you able to overcome those challenges?
Okay, thank you. During my learning, I faced some difficulties. First of all, the fear of speaking. At the beginning, it was very complicated for me to speak, and I was afraid to make mistakes. Really afraid to make mistakes. And my teacher told me that I don't have to be afraid because make a mistake is a part of the process. So I have to be relaxed and just learn.
Wow, I'm very impressed listening to Alexandra right now because at the beginning, 9 months ago, she was not able to really express herself, and she started right from scratch at the beginner level, right? And you went from beginner level, you got to intermediate, or where did you start from?
I start from intermediate.
You started
Yes.
at the intermediate level.
Yes.
Okay, and you moved to advanced.
Yes.
So you did intermediate 1 and intermediate 2.
Yes.
And then you went to advanced level.
Yes.
That is great. I can see that your English skill or speaking skill has really improved.
Yes.
And I would like to really acknowledge our teacher, Mr. Kojo Dakwa,
Yes.
for the great job that he's doing at
Yes.
our center. Alexandre a appris l'anglais à Inkuba Academy pendant 9 mois. Elle a commencé au niveau intermédiaire 1, elle a fait intermédiaire 1, 2 et elle est passée au niveau avancé. Et franchement, je suis très impressionnée de son expression orale en anglais parce que c'est vraiment incroyable. Et j'aimerais dire merci à notre professeur Kojo Dakwa qui a fait qui continue d'ailleurs de faire un très bon travail. Tous les étudiants l'apprécient. So our second question is to know, how did you manage to stay consistent in practicing your English, and what strategies work best for you?
To be frank, is because of my English training. Because my English training is for every day. So because of this, I didn't have a choice because I had to study and come the next day, show my exercises to the teacher, etc. So
that's great. So you mean you did you enrolled for intensive classes? Yes, because at Inkuba Academy we have regular classes, that is 6 hours per week, 3 times in a week. We have also intensive classes. You come every day from Monday to Friday, and 2 hours per session, so 10 hours per week. So you mean this is the reason why you were able, because you were able to stay consistent
Yes.
with learning speaking.
Yes.
Yeah, and also you were very faithful in submitting
yes.
your exercises.
Yes.
Yeah, and because for the fact that you were also in contact with a teacher that is a native
Yes.
speaker, you have no choice but to speak English with the teacher.
It was helpful for me.
So the next question I would like to ask you, Alexandra, is if you could go back to the beginning where you started learning English, what would you do differently?
If I could go back, I think that I would be more disciplined. Yes, disciplined, and have more confidence in myself.
That's great.
I think because at the beginning I didn't have confidence in me, and in some things I learned, etc. It was complicated for me at the beginning. Frankly, it was complicated.
Wow, that's
Yes,
great.
yes.
Yeah, because confidence is one of the key elements when it comes to learning English. And you said that you were afraid to speak, to express
Yes.
yourself in English. Why? Because you were afraid that people will laugh at you, to make mistakes.
Yes, laugh. in my mind someone judged me, etc. I don't know why this, but it was like this.
That is exactly what most English learners face as problem. You don't have to feel like somebody is going to judge you. Everybody understands that English is not your first language. It is not your native language. So you are learning it as a second language. You should be proud of yourself to be learning another person's language. This is not the language where in which you were born. So be proud of yourself when you take a step to learn this language, because other people, the native speakers of English look at you and they are impressed. They say, this person can speak my language and speak their own language. So they are rather impressed, they are not judging you. So you need to remove this from your mind and gain more confidence whenever you are learning English. So now, Alexandra, if you have an advice to give to other learners or potential learners, what would that be?
What I can say to other students is to set clear goals and make effort every day to achieve them, and reward themselves for reaching them, because these tips help me. The feeling when you can reach some goals is very interesting. For me, it was very interesting when, for example, you decide to a day to learn, for example, 5 expressions in English, and at the end of the day you realize that you could do this. The feeling is very interesting. So this tip helped me to stay motivated, consistent, etc.
Thank you very much, Alexandra. It was very interesting having this conversation with you. I'm not going to take so much of your time. Yeah, because I know that you have somewhere to go. Thank you so much for availing yourself for this exercise. And yes, Alexandra said that she has an advice to give you, is that you should set goals. Why are you learning English? And you should reward yourself. This is Alexandra's advice for you. Thank you very much and see you next time. It was Laurentine Jatta and Alexandra for the English Spotlight, the first edition. See you soon. Bye bye. Alexandra, say bye bye.